Hey, hey, beautiful collective. Welcome to the channel. Ascend with me, Tarot. My name is Dawn. We're just going to do a tap in. I just want to see what message Spirit wants to bring up for the collective. What kind of messages do we got for this evening? But yeah, thanks for being here. I love you guys so very much. I really appreciate you guys' support and subscribes and comments and everything. I love you guys. All right, I've already prayed and called in my protection, so we're just going to jump right in. All right, Spirit, what is the message that you would like to discuss with the collective at this time? Ooh, they'll be back. Okay, somebody's coming back to hear. So if expect to hear from them soon. Okay, yeah, we got Mercury retrograde on the bottom. Okay. Reviewing everything. So you've got somebody heavily, I'm hearing, in their head about you, collective. This person, they're trying to figure out how they can approach you, right? I mean, it's Mercury retrograde. I know I had to take a day off yesterday. I was all in my feels last night. So, the past tends to want to come up and we have to work through it, and it makes us, think about things. So I feel like that's what's going on with whoever this person is. Maybe you are too, right? Maybe you and your person are both thinking about one another, and Spirit saying you guys, are about to have some type of contact here. Expect to hear from this person soon. Let's talk about why what are you going to hear from this person? Spirit, why is this person coming in? They want to make something right with you the right way. Learning to create what you desire. So this is someone who desires you still, collective, okay? I feel like I feel like this person lacked communication with you, okay? In the past year, y'all had a communication issue going on. But this person, I feel like they've really been contemplating their part of things. I'm hearing like the lack of communication. Maybe this person hid things back from you. Maybe they weren't honest with you, and they want to come in and make something right. So let me get one more on this person's energy. Yeah, Spirit, they're hoping that you haven't shut the door on them completely. This says please don't lose hope. So this is someone who doesn't want you to give up on them. Yeah, they're trying to think of a clear solution. So this is someone who wants to be back in your good graces, collective. This is somebody that you haven't been speaking to, okay? Maybe you've been thinking about this person, but y'all haven't been speaking, and they've definitely been thinking about you from what I'm getting here, okay? So let's just see what's your perspective on this person, and then we'll see what their perspective is, and then we'll get into it. All right, Spirit, so what is my Divine Feminine's perspective on this person, this situation? Where's she at with everything? All right, Feminine. Yeah, Cupid's arrow. You aren't giving up hope. This says have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation or a meeting. You could be hesitant because of whatever this person's needing to make right, okay? But you're Cupid's arrow here. You could be hesitant, though. But I feel like you're in love with this person is what I'm hearing. You know what, guys? I might just put these on the table. Bear with me. Okay? So you're in love with this person. They'll be back. They want to come in and make something right, and they're hoping that you're going to give them, they're hoping you're going to talk to them. Yeah, but you're actually you still hold a lot of passion for this person. You haven't given up hope. Okay, this person could surprise you. They could pop up on you or something. It's like you're not expecting them when they do come in is what I'm getting here. But you're also waiting on them at the same time, if that makes sense. Okay, there's insane chemistry between you guys. Y'all love each other equally. Y'all have a lot of fun together when you're together. Okay, this is your person is what I'm hearing. Let me fix that. Let's see where this masculine energy is. We'll see what they need to make right, but what is the masculine's energy? What is the masculine's energy? Okay. Yeah, this person's healing their heart at this time. They're healing from heartbreak. I feel like y'all broke each other's heart is actually what I'm hearing. I feel like you both have been heartbroken over, you know, whatever's been going on with y'all here, okay? This person, though, this masculine, that's what they got to make right. They were holding on to some toxic patterns or an addiction of some sorts, but this person's realizing their feelings for you with that I like you energy. Their romance, their love for you is blossoming. It's like growing deeper. I feel like, you know, whatever's going on with this separation, maybe you're not giving up hope, but I feel like there's no communication. I don't feel like, you know, maybe there's been times where you're like, since we're not talking, you know, this masculine, does this masculine love me still? Or did this masculine ever love me, right? I feel like you've been questioning that. But it's actually been growing deeper, Spirit saying, during this separation, this masculine's love for you has blossomed. Okay, this person wants to come in and wine and dine you is what I'm hearing. So they might want to come in and you know, just kind of be lighthearted with you. I feel like this person knows that you may be hesitant because of this past toxic energy that, you know, they were holding on to. Okay, but they're praying about you. They're praying that, you know, you don't give up hope, that you will allow them to make amends, or just allow them to have a conversation with you. I mean, this person, I feel like they're a little nervous because they're trying to think of a way to come and approach you, right? They're making a plan, but they're also nervous that you might just slam the door in their face, right? That you might, you know, not want to talk to them. So they're trying to build up their confidence at this time. Let's go to tarot. Let's just go to tarot real quick, and then I'll get into some more energies for y'all. But let's see. I want to know the right way. What happened? What is this? Well, let's see what this masculine. I think these are the same thing. This toxic pattern or addiction or other relationship this masculine was holding on to. I think that energy coincides with something that needs to be made right here. But let's just clarify. What is that energy? Yeah, it was another lover. Okay, if it wasn't another lover, it's just this masculine realizing, hey, I didn't treat you as my lover. I didn't respect you. I didn't honor you. I was lost in my own toxicity, my own unhealed heart, and I didn't see you for who you are, right? That's what I'm hearing. It's like, you know, his viewpoint on love, on relationship, it was very karmic. It was very unbalanced. It was very more of a take type of energy instead of a give and take type of energy, right? So I think he wants to come in and he wants to balance that energy out. Now he wants to be naked with you. He wants to feed you that apple. He wants y'all to share that apple of wisdom, I'm hearing. And this is blessed by the angels, okay? You have this guardian angel that's above you both, kind of talking to you guys, all right? Helping you heal through this. It's like this angel's telling you, feminine, don't give up hope. You know, walk by faith and not by sight. You know, y'all love each other. Don't sit there and think this masculine never loved you, because y'all love each other equally. He just didn't know how to show it. He didn't have the words or the awareness of how to honor you, is what I'm getting. But he's really been thinking about this. He's really, you know, been healing his heart and learning to love himself, which then in turn means he's going to know how to love you, right? And then, so Spirit's like, don't give up, feminine. You're going to be hesitant. Why are you going to be hesitant? You're going to be a little hesitant at first. Maybe, you know, I don't think you're going to slam the door in this masculine's face, but I do see you, yeah, you might make him wait a little bit. Like, I don't see you rushing in. Okay, you're gonna take your time with this masculine when he comes back around. Maybe before, you know, you jumped in with this masculine, it's like, you know, all he had to do is like smile at you and you were gravy. You were putty in his hands, right? Like, you're not that same person, and you're not gonna give that same energy, is what I'm seeing. You've matured quite a bit. You've got your boundaries up. And so, yeah, you're not in a rush. You're gonna take the time. You're not gonna rush into something, is what I'm seeing. You're hesitant. You're not sure, right? Yeah, you're still a little bit guarded. You're still a little bit guarded when this masculine does come towards you. Okay, so let's just look a little more. All right, Spirit. So when he does come towards you, well, before we see what he wants to say, let me just get a little more about y'all's connection here. I think, tell me something of the feminine side of this thing, Spirit. What can you tell me about the feminines? Yes, feminine, you're just trying to hold a sacred space for this masculine, for yourself, for this connection. Okay, maybe you've been working on that, clearing up your own energies to create sacred space within your heart, within your mind for this connection. You could be, you could have you could be praying. I feel like you are praying for this masculine. You're praying for this connection. You're communing with God at this time. Okay, you're tapping into your own divinity. Okay, so you're holding sacred space right now. What about this masculine side of things? Yeah, he's got a lot of controlling energies that he's still dealing with, okay? He's trying to get control of that toxic pattern that kind of broke y'all up or came between y'all in the first place. But yeah, he's feeling stuck right now. He's feeling stagnant wherever he's at. He feels like he's living in an illusion. He's trying to learn how to release the need to control situations, people, places, and things in his life. I feel like that came between y'all. I feel like that's why he wasn't honoring you as a lover. He was looking at love as, oh, I need power over you, or I need you to do what I want you to do, or love me the way I want you to love me, right? He didn't really allow you to be authentic, even though you were being authentic. It's like he couldn't accept your authenticity, right? It's like he thought because you were being authentic that you were being fake, and he didn't trust it, is what I'm hearing. But that stems from his own control issues, and just his need to protect himself. Control is the way he protects himself, is what I'm hearing. Okay, but he's also being controlled by, he's realizing he's had other things in his life, whether it's addiction to drugs or sex or just certain people in his life. He's realizing that those things have had control over him. But look, we got balance on the bottom. So you guys are both, yeah, you're hesitant because you're not going to be sure if he's balanced or has he transformed, right? So you've been working on your balance, divine feminine. You're holding this sacred space. You're not in a hurry. You're trying to hold, faith about this knowingness you have of this person being your person, right? It's like you're holding that sacred space for the both of y'all, and you're trying to keep your balance. You are keeping your balance. Some days are better than others, right? But at the same time, you're hesitant. It's like it's almost like you have all this faith of this person, of your connection, of y'all's love, but then there's on those days where I guess you're tired, or there's some days where you do still question, right? You're like Spirit was saying, like it's like you still question, did he ever love me, and is it really, am I making this all up in my head, or is this really like what I know it to be, what my soul is telling me this is between us? Because of y'all been through some stuff here, and that's why Spirit's telling you, walk by faith and not by sight. Listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, listen to your soul right now, because what's going on in the 3D between you guys, it doesn't match up with your knowingness, right? But that's because these things need to be worked out between you guys. Okay? So just keep holding your sacred space, and don't try to rush this. Don't put a time limit on it. Don't tell yourself, well, if I don't talk to my masculine in 6 months, for example, then I'm done. I'm going to go out there and just whatever, right? Like, don't put a time limit on it. If you feel like you're comfortable dating others, or you're comfortable and you're not thinking about your masculine so much, and you just want not to be, focused on your masculine, you want to go out and date, so be it. Me personally, I haven't even been interested in another masculine, honestly. Like, I'm just feeling all my time, like, with myself and my healing and spirit. And so it's like, I don't know. It's not, I'm just not really, you're probably the same way, because I'm picking that up. It's like you're not really even, like, interested so much, in a relationship at this time. And that's because Spirit has you holding this sacred space. Right? I feel like you've worked really hard to clear your own energy, to clean your own heart and mind up to balance it. So it's almost like, why would you want to pull in another energy that could possibly dilute the energy, right? You've already worked so hard to kind of create this sacred space to clean up within yourself, right? So if you are single and you're just focusing on you right now and you're holding this sacred space and you know, don't feel like you're missing out, Spirit wants me to say to you, because you're right where you need to be. You're doing exactly what you should be doing for your highest good, okay? You know, a lot of the times if you're not with your person, your real person, then anybody else you're going to get with, they're going to be a karmic partner. So that means you're going to, you know, it's going to be lessons, right? It's going to be lessons, but you learn from those things. You learn from those karmic partnerships. So if you feel like, you know, if you get bored and you get tired of waiting on your masculine, just understand, if this truly is your masculine, then anybody you date or get with, it's like there's going to be some lessons to learn, okay? So you got to decide wisely if, you know, you're ready to dilute your energy, if you're ready to take on more lessons, or if you're, you know, happy and okay and you're not in a rush and you're just kind of chilling over here, holding sacred space, holding your balance, and you know, focusing on you, right? There's no wrong answer. Just be aware that every new relationship comes with a new set of things you're gonna have to go through and learn, okay? So anyways, okay, Spirit, what happened in the past between these two? Let me just get a little bit more. I mean, it's saying they'll be back, hold sacred space, but what happened in the past? What happened in the past between these two, please, Spirit? Spirit, come on, heartbroken. I mean, that's obvious. Y'all are both heartbroken. But what caused the heartbreak? I don't know. We'll have to see. It says deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. Look, you're rising from this heartbreak, feminine. If you weren't rising from the heartbreak at this time, you wouldn't be able to hold this sacred space for this masculine. You'd still be head in the sand, heart angry and hurt and resentful, and right, you'd still be heartbroken. But because you're rising out of that as like this phoenix energy, yes, you're still hurt. Yes, you're still sad. You feel lost without your masculine. Like, you still feel all of that, but you're able to hold the sacred space for this masculine, right? It's like you're able to pray for this masculine. You're able to send this masculine love without being angry, right? Is what I'm getting here. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful that you can do that, okay? Let's go to tarot. If I'm going to try to dig out what happened, we're going to have to go to tarot. Let me see what I can see. And then we'll get a conversation between you guys and some, you know, homework. There could have been a mistress that was holding this back. This just fell on the floor. But the Four Wands with the Four Pentacles, that's like a mistress energy that was holding back this masculine. Okay? Which means, you know, a karmic feminine, basically. But let's just see. All right, so feminine, let's do an energy comparison. So when you guys were in this connection, how did you show up in this connection, Divine Feminine? What was your energy like as you showed up? I'm hearing you, yeah, you desired this. You let him know that you desired him. He might have said that you made him feel like you didn't, but you put your best foot forward, I'm hearing, okay? You let your desires be known. You showed up in a creative way. Ace of Wands speaks of creativity, like you know, you showed up in a magical way. That's a wand, right? You were attracted to this masculine, but he may not have felt like you were. I don't know. I think that was his own insecurities, though. How did this masculine show up? Temperance, patient. So, you know, this masculine, I feel like he's very reserved, very patient, very quiet type, okay? Maybe this masculine showed you patience, but I think he did that because he was keeping secrets. So I think your perception of this masculine was, oh, he's so patient, but I think that was because he was this moon energy, right? There was something he was keeping held back from you, whatever this energy is. I mean, I'm not saying he's not patient. He is patient to a degree. I think he lost his patience quite a few times though, okay? I think that this was like more of a mask that he wears. Okay. So what were your thoughts about the masculine? What were your thoughts during the connection? What were your thoughts? Yeah, you thought it was good news, right? You know, you were expecting some kind of growth with this masculine, a lot of good news. I mean, I think you were vibing in this connection. I think you got blindsided. Whatever happened, I just heard this. You got blindsided, feminine. Whatever, because you're checking along. Yeah, we got our issues, but you know, you're all in this, right? You're working on this. You already have Cupid's arrow. The arrow already struck for you. You're not questioning. You're not, you know, not questioning your love for this masculine. You might have been questioning some things, right? But not your love for your masculine. So you're thinking about, you know, how can we produce here? How can we you know, have adventure? How can we have this good news? What was he thinking about during this connection with you? Look, a karmic. He was thinking about all the toxic things. It's like this masculine, he thinks a lot. You might not have known this about this masculine, but he's quiet because he's always thinking, I'm hearing. And what he's thinking about is all of this stuff that kept y'all apart, whether it's another karmic feminine person in his life, or just karmic people, or his own like secret. There's some secret that he's seen as toxic that he feels like that's a deal breaker for you, right? And so he was just kind of overwhelmed with judgment of himself during this connection. I feel like you were shining really bright, and it made him insecure, it made him uncomfortable, and it made him look at himself. It made him, you know, question things that maybe he never questioned about himself or those around him before, right? Is what I'm seeing. What are your feelings for this masculine, feminine? Yeah, you're right now you're feeling like you're independent, you're single, okay? You're self-sufficient. It's like maybe that's something that bothered him too. I feel like you're an empress, so you are independent and headstrong, and he may call it stubborn, right? Because you don't really need him in the way that he's used to feminine energy needing him, right? And I think that bothered him. He might not have trusted that, okay? Because you're independent, you're single. You're single now, but I feel like during the relationship you were just you did things all on, you didn't, it's like you guys did things together, but not because you needed him to, it's because you wanted him to, right? You're just very, very independent. You're very independent feminine energy, okay? How did he feel about that? He loves you, Queen of Cups, okay? I'm King of Cups, sorry. He loved that about you, actually, but it scared him at the same time. So this masculine loves that about you, but then again, it made him feel like you didn't need him, which triggered his insecurities, is what I'm getting. And this masculine, he loves you. He's King of Cups. Maybe he felt like you didn't love him. Maybe he felt like you were karmic even. But why? Hold on. Tell me, what was this devil energy? What was he thinking about when it came to this devil energy, please? Yeah, he might have thought like you weren't his twin flame. He might have thought that you weren't stable. You couldn't give him any type of stability or something. Okay, he was always thinking about something from the past here that he thought he was waiting on. It's almost like he was waiting on something or someone else while he was in relationship with you. And it was literally the devil, dangling the illusion in front of his face when the gift is literally sitting right there in front of him. Is what I'm getting. Okay? He was patiently waiting for something he thought was his stability, he thought was his twin flame, only to find out after the fact that it's not, it wasn't. That I feel like you and all your stubbornness, all your independence, you are that person. Okay? How does he see you now? How does he see you now? Yeah, now he sees you as his wish fulfillment, genuine. He sees that you're very genuine and you're his wish fulfillment. You're his 9 of Cups. But before he was being patient with you. It's almost like, he was waiting on someone else almost that he thought was his person, and then he's finding out that that wasn't his person. But he couldn't stop obsessing about whoever that was. So he didn't honor you as the lover, right? He was instead, it's like, he was just trying to control love. He was trying to control you. He was trying to control the other person even. Like he felt like, I don't know, what is this control about, Spirit? What is this control? Yeah, judgment, decisions. He wanted to control all the decisions, okay? It's almost like he even might have, got with you thinking that whoever he was holding on to was going to be jealous of you or something. I don't know. But a decision. He wanted to control all the decisions. He wanted to control, how your relationship was going to go without you really having any input in it. So, it's almost like he didn't even consider you. It's almost like you were an afterthought. It's like you're sitting right there in front of him, but he didn't appreciate you, and you were more of an afterthought to him than like the first thing that you than a partner, right? That makes choices with him. It's because he was holding himself back, waiting on something else. And that's been like the elephant in the relationship the whole time, but you didn't know that. Wow. So he never gave you his 100% energy from the beginning. That's what he's thinking. Like, I never gave her the right way. It was never right because I know I was holding on to this other thing. I never gave her a fair shot is what he's thinking right now. And now I'm like hopelessly in love with her. How does he feel about you now? Yeah, he's like, it's over, but we're soulmates. Now he's realizing y'all are soulmates. Y'all have a soul contract. And that it's because, okay, you're moving forward. And I feel like he's feeling stuck. He's watching you move forward while he's kind of still stuck with all these energies that are kind of controlling in his life. Okay, so he's watching you and he's thinking of a plan of how can he come back and will you take him back after, he basically took you for granted, took advantage of you here. And the whole time you're just like praying for this masculine, you're keeping, you're trying to have faith that you guys can heal. You're hesitant, you're definitely hesitant about it, but you're still holding space, right? I think the hesitation is like, it's like you want this masculine back in your life, but you don't know if you want this masculine back in your life in the way that you had the masculine in your life before. Maybe you're going to adjust this relationship. Maybe you're going to have a relationship with this masculine, but you're going to need to, adjust how it's going to play out. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to rush in. You're going to have your boundaries up. You're going to be guarded. And you don't want to be that way necessarily. So maybe you're going to friend zone this masculine until later on down the road, right? And that might be the best advice, honestly, until he's like completely healed and matching your energy with the same passion, right? The same faith in you guys. Then maybe, holding back and just taking your time would be the best bet. But you gotta decide the timing, right? It's you and God, you and the divine on when you're gonna jump into it. But maybe you guys are just gonna be friends and still, have this wonderful, loving relationship. I don't know. But this masculine, he's King of Cups, he loves you, so he's in love with you. But he knows he has to let go of this devil energy, which is the same thing he thought he was waiting on. It's like he had you in front of him, but he wasn't looking at you. He wasn't really investing in you or paying much attention. And you're over here like sharing your desires, sharing your good news, right? You could have been sharing finances with this masculine, but he wasn't giving in return. It was out of balance. It was an uneven give and take type of situation here. And it's because he was holding on to something else he might have thought he had more stability with, is what I'm seeing. Yeah. I don't know. he might be wanting to come in and try to get you to like marry him quickly if y'all aren't already married. Okay, he might be wanting, yeah. I feel like, he's worried that you're just going to see him as a liar, though. He's worried that, like I said, you're not even going to, like, open the door to him. He's worried that you're just going to keep the door slammed in his face and you're not going to talk to him. But I don't see that being the case. I feel like you are open for, like, a conversation. You are holding sacred space for him. Let me see. How do you currently feel about this masculine? I mean, it says passion and Cupid's arrow, but let me get another one. Oh my gosh, you love him. You're Queen of Cups. You're holding sacred space for him. You're in love with him just as much as he's in love with you now. It's like even if you guys wasn't able to appreciate each other in the relationship, it's like this separation, this heartbreak between y'all, it made y'all grow closer. It's even though you're further away from each other than you've ever been, you're actually energetically closer, more in alignment in your hearts and your minds than you've been the whole time, is kind of what I'm getting here. Which is crazy, which speaks of twin flame connection, honestly, because that's how it goes. Okay? It's like the distance only makes it more intense because it's meant to draw y'all back together. It's like y'all go through the separation, you go through the distance, and you go through your individual lessons and awarenesses and ascensions, right? Your awakenings individually, and then the energy just keeps building and building and building, and then you guys start matching. Now you're King and Queen of Cups. That's when you start coming back together. That's when Spirit starts pushing you back together once you've kind of achieved whatever you were needing to achieve. Yeah, once you studied and put the work in. You got Eight of Pentacles, Page of Swords. That's about studying and putting the work in. Okay? So before we get into y'all's conversation, I'm going to see what y'all got to say to each other. But first, let's see what this masculine's been studying, okay, and putting the work into on his end, and then we'll see what you've been studying and putting the work into on your end. All right, Spirit, what has this masculine been studying and putting the work into on his end? What has the masculine been studying here? Please and thank you. Just one. I'm hearing, oh, look, I knew it. They're like, there's quite a few I heard in my head, and now they pulled out 3. Oh, my goodness, look. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so arrogance, which was that energy I was feeling earlier where he wants to control and he wasn't really, thinking that he wasn't giving you a voice in this relationship, basically. But, so he's been dealing with his own arrogance, stability, courage, and strength, which is this energy. It's like whatever he was holding on to over here he thought was more stable. Okay, that could have been affected after you left the picture. Whatever was going on there that he was holding on to, waiting patiently for some stability with, I think something happened there, which is teaching him a lesson about stability. Yeah, and he's having to change his perception. So see his journey all in a new way. Look at the karmics that he's been holding on to with fresh eyes, I'm hearing. So I'm going to read these 3. Arrogance. I realize I sometimes come off as arrogant or indifferent. I don't mean it that way. It's a defense mechanism. So indifferent means basically like you don't care, right? So that's how he made you feel, like he just really wasn't present in this connection. Even though he was sitting right beside you, you just felt like he wasn't actually present. And he wasn't, because he knows he wasn't giving you the effort, right? And now he wants to come in and make that right, though. But here's the healing. Arrogance is often a cover, cloak, or a shield for insecurity. It is the ego protecting itself, and in that process, blocking itself from love. But what's missing here is empathy. Before speaking, ask yourself how you would feel if someone said whatever it is you are about to speak. Start the healing by becoming aware of and caring about the impact your words have on others. Maybe he's been thinking of the way he spoke to you, the way he treated you, right? I think he's heavily been thinking about that. Whatever he said to you, okay? He's really been playing that conversation over and over, and I think he's ashamed of himself. Whatever he said to you, that's what I'm getting. Like he said something harsh to you, maybe the last time y'all spoke. And he's just beating himself up about it. Stability, courage, and strength. At times I get immobilized by fear of making the wrong decision. So I stick with what I know instead of following my heart or my intuition. And that's what he's been doing over here, right? He's trying to control Okay, are others that it's like he's comfortable, right? He's comfortable with whatever this was. He was waiting patiently for something in regards to stability. It was tied to a karmic. This karmic's very controlling in his life. He's probably very controlling of that karmic too, but it was comfortable. It's what he was used to. You came into his life and you gave him new eyes. You taught him a new perspective. You questioned him. Okay, whatever you did, you woke this masculine up. Okay, but so he's got a change of perception. But he sat in indecision for a long time out of fear, basically. It says we all want safety and stability in our material world. It takes courage to embark on a new path. Sometimes on your journey you encounter obstacles, or your life takes a totally different turn from what you were anticipating or where you thought you were going. Nothing is insurmountable, nothing. And everything is for a reason. Strength and courage are available now from the ancestors. Gather strength, move forward with faith, trust, and courage, and you will get to the position of stability you seek without getting in your own way and making things harder than they need to be. So, yeah. He might have saw this karmic as more stable than you, okay? And is realizing that that was an illusion, basically. And change of perception. I perceive that I am trapped in a current circumstance. Therefore, I don't know how this works between us. So he's stuck. He's still stuck by these controlling energies. He's still in that situation. He's kind of making his plan on how he can come back towards you, though. And he's working on healing his heart, but he's also still feeling stuck and controlled by these karmic energies. It says we can make many excuses for a lot of things in life. The truth is, we don't always have to know the how of things in order for them to work. When you change your perception from lack and limitation to one of infinite possibilities, you free yourself from self-imposed confinement. Then whatever is supposed to come into alignment shall do so in some way. Trust that. And make no more excuses. Time waits for no one. It is a gift. What will you do with it? So this masculine's kind of paralyzed by fear at this moment, indecision and fear, being controlled by things outside of himself. But he's really the ultimate. He's really the one who's in ultimate power, though, ultimate control. He just got to realize that, right? He can truly make his own choices, but he doesn't. Maybe it's fear of rejection. Maybe it's his own arrogance. Maybe he's going to have to give up some form of stability, or maybe whatever this thing was that he was sitting there waiting on. He's realizing even though it's not what he wanted, it's what he's comfortable with it. Okay, right? Whatever this was, it's got him stuck. Okay, whatever this was that he was being patient with, patiently waiting on, giving more energy and attention to than he was given to you, Divine Feminine. Whatever that distraction, that karmic distraction was, that's the same thing that's got him stuck right now, paralyzed in fear and feeling indecisive. Okay, so let's see, what has been your lesson, Divine Feminine? Where's Divine Feminine? What's she learning, working on, and learning? Let's see. You got 2, Feminine. All right, yours says so you're having to deal with the longing. You're longing for this masculine. Even though some days you might tell yourself you don't. Some days you're like, I'm done with this journey. I mean, we all do it. Some days we're like, screw this, I'm done. I'm tired of this. Like, I don't want to hurt no more. I'm tired of waiting. I'm this and that, blah, 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 right? But usually it's because you're tired or you're just frustrated. And then you'll get into your nostalgia again, and you'll start feeling your masculine's energy, and then you'll start longing for him again. It's just part. But guess what? You're finding out how to balance it out, which is beautiful. So longing and balance has been your things to work on. Okay, maybe you long for the past or something, right? Maybe that's what you've had to overcome. Maybe you've had to learn how to surrender and just let things flow and let the divine be in control, right? It's okay to long for something, to miss something, to love something from a distance, Divine Feminine. It's okay to do that. Okay, it says, there are times when the longing for my twin flame seems unbearable. Whew, yes, it does, don't it, guys? I know. Here's the healing. The feeling of deep longing is real. Acknowledge and accept. Feel your feelings. Honor the twin flame mirror and the cellular memory of the connection. It is what it is. You can't change it, but loneliness does not have to accompany longing. There is no hole in your soul, and there is no true absence. There is no real separation. These are illusions of this physical realm. Allow your person the space to do their work, and you focus on yours. This too shall pass. Now, before we move on to your next card, I will tell you, I was meditating earlier, just kind of doing a reading for myself, and Spirit kept talking about, I was asking Spirit, well, how do we ascend, right? What does ascension look like? And they were telling me that it comes with forgiveness of fears and destruction, basically. So the things that came in to destroy you, to destroy your connections, to destroy your perceptions, you can sit in fear and control those things and put your guards up of those things. Or you go through this process of healing and acceptance, right? And you gain understanding. Now, ascension, you and your masculine do ascend together, but it doesn't always mean in a physical relationship, right? It's a mind, body, and soul connection. So ascension is about a consciousness, a heart, a mind ascension, right? But so if you're both holding the space of forgiveness for one another, of love, if you're both holding the sacred space for one another in your hearts, in your minds, then you're ascending, okay? But if one of y'all is still holding on to unforgiveness or fear or anger or resentment, or you're ready to turn your back on one another, right? If you're not, if you're closing yourself down and you're not holding sacred space for the other, then it's going to block your ascension. Basically, it doesn't matter what it looks like in the physical. It comes all down to the energetic space that you're holding for one another, the forgiveness, the healing, the love, the you know what I'm saying, like the awareness, the passion, the right. So I think Spirit wanted me to just kind of put that out there for us, Divine Feminine, because you know we are longing for our masculines, but they're still learning karmic lessons that you know we can't be part of, that we shouldn't be part of. But just because we're not linking up in the physical the way that we want it to be doesn't mean that we can't hold sacred space of love and prayer, right? Prayer and forgiveness for our masculines. Because the quicker we can do that, the more times that we can be in that energy versus that cussing him out, oh, he's such a this, he's such a that energy. The more we can be in our sacred space, the quicker not only are we going to heal, but it's also going to help our masculine to heal and overcome his own karmic lessons, okay? It's all energetic, baby. It's all spiritual. But anyways, the other one you have is balance. So you've been working on your balance. I find achieving and maintaining balance on the twin flame journey to be challenging. Whoa, buddy, right? It can be very challenging. But you're doing it, okay? You were made for this, Divine Feminine. You were made for this, I'm hearing. So here's the healing. The energy of push and pull, running and chasing can demagnetize you and pull you off of your center if you allow it. In separation, twins can still feel one another energetically. It's real. Be aware of what's going on. Be savvy to the energetics of this journey. And when you feel yourself unbalanced, pull away from your center. Or no, when you feel yourself unbalanced or pulled away from your center, then don't look to the outside for rebalance. You can do this yourself. Focus on the yin and the yang inside you. Focus on left brain, right brain. Focus on your balance connected chakras. Energetically remagnetize yourself to center and then to balance. And guys, I just went through this literally last night and today, okay? I was feeling, when I start feeling the out of balance, it feels like this storm going off inside of my chest and my stomach almost. So I took the night off last night and I meditated and listen to music, but I meditated and did some chakras. But that's what helped me. I even woke up I didn't sleep I woke up several times last night. So I was a little tired today, but then I started feeling out of balance again, maybe around lunchtime. And so I did it again. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna. Normally, I would just like go down the rabbit hole and just start thinking all of these thoughts and going places in my mind that just make the energy worse if I let it, right? But I've learned to stop myself in the moment and put on something that inspires me on YouTube to listen to, or listen to some healing mantras or healing vibrational frequencies, or just music that makes me think of my masculine in a loving way, right? Not in a negative way, in a loving way, or music that uplifts my own spirits. Like you gotta choose what food to eat in those moments, right? Food for your heart and your mind. You got to be very selective, especially when you're feeling out of balance, on what you're going to feed your soul. Okay, that's very important. That's something I've learned, and it works. And I know that out of balance feeling that you get when the energy's pulling on you, and it can be intense. It feels like anxiety sometimes, right? But it's not anxiety. I mean, it feels like anxiety, but it's not really anxiety. It's that energy pulling on you to let either you need to balance your own energy, right? Maybe you've been feeding your soul something that's had you in a negative kind of negative thoughts or feelings about yourself or your masculine or the journey, right? So it's time to balance that energy out. Or, there's something going on with your masculine and you're feeling him energetically and he's out of balance. And, you balancing yourself is going to help him on the other end balance himself, okay? It's a real thing, I promise. But now let's see what you guys want to say to one another, and then I'm gonna get off here and go take me a bubble bath because I need to. Like I said, I was having a balance energy earlier, and baths always kind of help round out the day after one of those kind of things, right? A nice spiritual bath at the end of the day beats it all, right? All right, Spirit. What is? Oh, they said start with the masculine. Okay, masculine. What do you want to say to your divine feminine? Okay, he wants to communicate with you. He's thinking of a way he can come back. It says, "I would love to communicate with you. I know I have to be the one to reach out this time." So y'all have done this more than once, okay? It says, "I start to do it and then I stop myself. It is right there. I don't want to hurt you again. This causes me pain too." So he knows he hurt you. He wants to move into a better space with you. He just doesn't know how, right? He's not sure what to do right now. The good thing is this masculine's healing his heart, feminine, okay? So this may take a little bit more time, but be patient with yourself in the journey, I'm hearing, and continue to work on your sacred space. Continue to hold your sacred space, okay? Understand that there is a clear solution for you for this connection. Don't let don't let yourself question the fact that this is real, okay? Because that's what I feel like's been a struggle for you. Like, is this real? Does he love me? I mean, did he ever love me, right? Like, the love is equal, Spirit's saying. So there's no need for you to doubt that, okay? Even though I know it's got to be hard on this journey when you're getting no, physical confirmation. It's all energetic, right? It's all energetic. It's all spiritual, but you're getting lots of spiritual knowingness and confirmation about the situation, right? Trust that. But what do you want to say, Divine Feminine? You're growing frustrated, okay? You are, right? Even though, it's like when he comes in, you're still going to be, wanting to take your time and be hesitant. You're still frustrated with how long he's taken to come in, right? It says, "I'm growing frustrated and impatient. I can't wait forever. I need to move on from this. If not now, then when?" So maybe you're thinking about going out there and dating again, and that could be why Spirit threw that in the beginning about, yes, you can go date, you can see other people, and you should go out and have fun. But remember, if you're going to get in a relationship with someone else, there's going to be karmic lessons tied to that relationship, okay? So, I'm just do what you want to do what you're comfortable with, but just kind of have an awareness that, maybe, I don't know, feminine, what I'm trying to say. I do, but I don't know how to say it without it sounding crazy. But anyways, the other one says, I don't like the way we left things. So many things were unsaid. So many things were misconstrued. Our ending caused me a lot of pain because it didn't even feel like an ending. Just pain. So yeah, this masculine, I don't think you knew what was going on with him fully, feminine. Okay? It just ended, right? What was going on is he had some other kind of stability situation. He had an issue with his stability going on with another situation that I feel like he was obsessing about. And he was very quiet and withdrawn from you, and you may not have even known about that situation. You may have sensed it telepathically, intuitively, but it probably triggered your insecurities. It probably triggered you to get, you were probably out of balance, honestly, energetically because of it, right? But I don't think you ever got the answers. Not really, okay? So this masculine says, I'm holding on to you in the deepest parts of me. On the surface, it may seem that I have let you go, but I haven't. I don't want to let you go. And that's that. I think he's coming to bring that in for you because you've been questioning, like, does he love you? Was the love ever real, right? This is him confirming, yes, even though it seems like, on the surface that I never loved you or that I don't love you and that I let this go, like on a soul level, we both know that in the depths of our soul, that neither one of us want to let each other go, right? He's saying, in answer to your thing over here about causing you pain, he says, I know I caused you pain and I caused myself pain too. I didn't mean to, really. I just didn't know what else to do. And now I don't know how to repair the damage. Is this even fixable? So he's questioning, okay? He's over there questioning. He knows that, he didn't honor you, is what it is. He knows he didn't honor you. He left because he thought it would be best for you if he left. This came up before on one of my readings. He says, I left because I thought it would be best for me to do so, for both of us. I miss you. So he really, thought like it would hurt you less or something if you didn't find out what was going on. If you didn't find out like what his toxic secret was or whatever that addiction was, right? But it hurt worse because he gave you nothing. He gave you no answers, no anything, right? He just kind of made you feel like you were, trash that he left out on the side of the road or something. It's like, use me and put me away in that way. Like, that hurt is what I'm getting here. Okay, here's yours. It says, sometimes I miss you so much it physically hurts. I feel you gone and it hurts. But you're never really gone, are you? Y'all, that's the thing. Even though you aren't physically together, it feels like it almost feels like the death of a loved one, right? It's that grieving, it's that grief, it's that pain inside that. Even though there's nothing missing inside you, feminine, it almost feels like there is this hole inside of your soul that is just not full, but it is. Okay? You're saying, I'm not mad at you. I would love to hear from you. So it's like you've had to grieve this person, even though they're like breathing and walking and they're still like living. It's almost like it's like grieving someone, like the death of someone is what you've gone through here. It was sudden, right? It was sudden, and you got you got no clarity from this person. Like it's like when someone you love dearly passes away suddenly, and it was just senseless. That kind of feeling is what you've experienced with this masculine in this situation. Okay, we're going to get one more from each of you guys, and then I'm going to go. Okay, he actually threw out two, even though I asked for one masculine. Anyways, he wants you to know, memories and dreams of you haunt me. I can't get you out of my head. You're always there. I crave you. I'm happy when we're together. I want you. Oh gosh, he's definitely craving you. It's on two cards. Both of these cards say I crave you. I want you. I crave you. I long to feel you again. I won't tell you that. I want to show you. So yeah, he might be popping up on your doorstep, knocking on your door. Maybe that's what he's decided. Maybe he's thinking, a phone call isn't gonna work. Like I need to see her face to face, right? I mean to I need her to look me in my eyes and see my pain. I need her to understand that, you know, even if she doesn't want to like fully allow me in, that we're on the same page. I understand what this connection is about, is what I'm hearing. And so he's just kind of lost in the memories of you guys right now, and it's all spirit, right? The spirit's is amping up the energy of you because they got him craving you. Oh my gosh, divine feminine, you're letting him know we are divine counterparts. This connection is a deep soul connection. I know it. Do you? It's like I'm seeing spirit showing me a feminine hitting a masculine over the head with a frying pan, like, and he's got stars going around the top of his head. It's like, duh, wake up, masculine. Okay, like, I'm the divine feminine. I know you really thought that I was karmic. I know that, you know, you were confused. I know that you've been looking with the perspective of a karmic masculine, distorted masculine, because you've been unhealed, but I'm your person. I know this. Do you know this? Okay? It's like whopping him upside the head with a frying pan and saying, wake the heck up, man, is what I'm hearing. Alright, so let's get a little advice. This is long. These twin flame readings tend to go long, you guys. Let's see about the masculine. What's advice for the masculine? Ace of Gabriel, which is basically the Ace of Wands, which is the energy that you were in before, feminine. That desiring energy. A gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration. The chance to do something amazing, a sense of wonder. So Spirit's telling this masculine, you know, be excited and be inspired by this journey. Quit beating himself up and just judging himself for everything he doesn't understand or everything he thinks he may have done wrong. Like, this is a journey of healing. This is a journey of ascension. This is a journey of you know, finding the divine within ourselves, within our sacred space. Finding, you know, the understanding of love, right? So Spirit's telling this masculine to be excited right now and to look at his divine feminine with this sense of wonder. I think he already is. I think you inspire him, divine feminine. And you know, you're a gift, right? It's like where before he wasn't seeing you as a gift of opportunity, a gift of passion, right? He's now seeing you as that passionate opportunity, that inspiration, that gift from the divine for him. You're what he prayed for, I'm hearing. He just didn't realize that you were right there the whole time. Maybe he questioned it. Maybe he did know, but he questioned it, right? It's like he did know, but he was still indecisive because of whatever this was. So he kept questioning it. Anything else for the masculine spirit? Okay, 3 of Gabriel. Prosperity arises from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So Spirit's telling masculine to go for whatever he's planning here. If he's making a plan to work on his finances, if he's making a plan to come toward you, if he's whatever he's planning, Spirit's saying it's going to work out exactly how he's planning it. So to be optimistic. And yeah, Queen of Raphael, kind, understanding, giving, and psychic. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. So masculine is receiving trustworthy psychic messages, okay? Intuitive messages. Maybe he's seeing psychics. Maybe he's getting guidance from psychics, feminine. I don't know. I feel like the most important thing is his own psychic gifts and trusting his own psychic gifts, right? Yeah, King of Gabriel. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. So I feel like masculine, this feminine is really concerned. Okay? Or feminine, you're really concerned for your masculine here. You're genuine. You got a big picture viewpoint of this situation, and, you know, you've surrendered to the divine. I feel like the details are, it says leave details to others. I think that means leave these details to your ancestors, your guides, your spirit team, okay? It's going to work out exactly how it's meant to work out. In the meantime, it's all about, facing self, loving self, growing, finding, finding a sacred space for one another is very important. Anything else for the feminine spirit? Okay, feminine. Yeah, Page of Michael, truthful, perceptive, analytical, and blunt. So keep being, if you're, keep being who you are, Divine Feminine. I'm hearing that this is you. You're truthful, you're perceptive, you're analytical, and you tell it like it is. Continue to do that. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. And I think that's what you're going to do. Like, that's that waiting, that delaying energy, that hesitation energy. It's like, when this masculine comes in, I mean, that's a contract. And that's also speaking of if you start dating others, too. I think that's kind of a warning, what I was trying to tell you earlier. Like, be aware that every relationship you get into is a contract of some sorts, okay? So before you jump into any contracts, make sure you review that person thoroughly, okay? Because, I think if you do, it would just kind of, if you do jump into another karmic contract or whatever, and you've been holding sacred space and you've already cleared your energy and created this sacred space for union, then jumping into another karmic contract may cause more delays on the journey, okay? Doesn't mean you can't have friends. You should have friends. You don't need to be sitting at home boo-hooing and isolating all the time. But, get out and do things. Go do things for yourself. Spend time with your girlfriends. Go out with guy friends even. But, as far as like trying to get into a romantic relationship at this time, I think Spirit's advice is to hold back. To focus on your dreams. Okay, you got your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. A love for beautiful things in life. So Spirit wants you to focus on your dreams and what makes you feel successful. Okay, what brings the beauty and the excitement, the optimism into your life. Okay, what gives you joy, personal joy, right? Not right. It's all about you right now, Divine Feminine. Okay. You and you feeling magical, okay, is what I'm getting here. But all right, I love you guys. Please like, share, or subscribe. Sorry this went so long. Anyways, yeah, bye guys.